Privacy, censorship, the big tech companies. Are they listening to us? Are they censoring us? Are they following what we do? That's what the talk of town is these days. You know, we spend a lot of time on the internet, browsing, buying, searching, messaging. We spend a lot of time using our computers, using our phones, using all different devices and staying connected with the whole wide world. But you know, someone once told me a great idea about the internet, and that is that there's two ways of looking at it. Are we the ones that are giving to the internet? Are we the ones that are receiving from the internet? You see, if we're receiving from the internet, we're letting all the media infiltrate us. We're letting all the things that we read take over our minds, and we're letting all the things that we see enter into our shopping carts. Then we're kind of on the receiving end of the internet. Yeah, we might be messaging our friends and we might be staying in touch with other people, but really we're letting the internet take over us. Whereas if we're giving to the internet, we're using this amazing, incredible, powerful tool to reach other people, to learn Torah, to stay connected with loved ones, then we're giving to the internet. And we got to make sure we're on the right side of the coin. We got to make sure that we are givers. The internet is a very powerful tool. It can be used for many great things, but unfortunately there are also many terrible things on the internet. We got to make sure that we're on the giving side of things. We got to make sure that we're giving to the internet and we're not letting the internet have an effect on us. That's something which is really important to keep in mind, and I think that on the topic of the internet that everyone's talking about these days and the big tech companies, we got to make sure that we are in control. We are the ones that are giving them the content. We are the ones that are telling them how we want to spread our messages. And that's something which I think is really important. Another idea which relates to this, we actually find in this week's Torah portion, is the 10 plagues. What did the 10 plagues have to do? Well, you see, the Jewish people were in Egypt. What was Egypt? Egypt was the most powerful country in the world at the time. Egypt was known for its technology, for the structures that were built, and many other amazing things which existed in those times. However, the Egyptians and God, they didn't have a lot to do with each other. The Egyptians were cold. They had no care for God. They didn't need God. They had everything perfect. They had everything figured out. And you know what happened? Came along the 10 plagues. And what was the first plague? The first plague was the plague of blood. Every source of water in Egypt turned to blood. Water is cold. It's cool. It doesn't care. It's just cold and quiet. What is blood? Blood is just the opposite. Blood is warm. Blood is hot. Blood moves. Blood flows. Blood keeps us alive. And the plague of blood was telling the Egyptians that if you want to be involved in spirituality, if you want to have any connection with God, it's got to be like blood. It's got to be warm. It can't be cold. If we warm up, if we taste Judaism, if we get involved in it, then we can have that connection. You know, we can sit and debate and say, who's right, I'm right, you're wrong, you're right, I'm wrong. But that's water, that's cold. We got to get involved in the blood. We got to be warmed up. We got to taste Judaism. How do we do that? We make Kiddush. We put on tefillin. We celebrate Shabbat. We do something. By doing something, we're able to celebrate the warmth of Judaism. If we celebrate the warmth of Judaism, we're going to spread it around. We're not just going to keep it to ourselves. We're going to spread it to our friends. We'll message our friends. Do you light the Shabbat candles yet? Maybe you can come over for a Shabbat meal. Did you wrap tefillin? Is this kosher? There's so many things we can use the internet for good. And if we're warm about Judaism, if we're warm about our passion, our religion, and what we're involved in, then we'll definitely be using the internet in the right way. Take care, have a Shabbat Shalom, stay safe, and all the very best.